I started with drawing on a book. And this never goes to air. Oh no, I can feel that he's gonna do it. The dog now sleeps, which used to be my chair.
Yep, without knowing it, you got a dog bed and you started working on new projects such as oil painting.
I designed these custom shelves, but instead of getting someone to make it, Tim made it. It's summer and it's snowing. There's a koala. Hey guys, so Tim and Harper are in the car.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about today's topic, which is all the different art rooms I've had and like where I began and what my dream art room will be. I started with drawing on a book. That's all I had. On my knees. That's how I started with. I don't even think it was a branded pencil, it was just random pencils I had. So I started with that. Later on I ended up drawing on the dining table, so with the book underneath, with cheap pencils.
And there wasn't even a real dining table, was it?
No, this was at your house. So
right.
When I was at your house I would draw on your dining table with a book underneath.
Yeah, exactly. And
so instead of on my knees, I went to the table.
Exactly. And then we ended up moving out.
And then I would draw on... I started on a small desk. And then I ended up going to our fold-up and down table.
Yep. And then so because we had just moved out, so we'd bought a proper dining room table to have set up and things like that. So we were just using this trestle table for everything.
And I didn't have an art room, so every time you wanted to play your stuff each weekend,
you had to pack it.
to move all of my art stuff and then put it back. So I had pencils then. So I started with a few pencils and then it grew to cheap pencils, and then I got all my pencils that I collected over the years when I was a kid, so it was really old stuff. And then
is that when we started to buy pencils? And because that's when you started sort of going into more details with your artworks and doing a whole lot more.
Oh, look, horses.
You do see them around this area.
Yes, we're driving around. Where are we?
We are in Centennial Park in Sydney.
So you're just going to be driving around?
While we have a bit of a chat. It's a beautiful place to be, right in the middle of Sydney.
It's a pretty park.
Anyway. So this is when we started, when you were doing more and more artworks, and eventually just by pure necessity, we had to buy more pencils.
Well, I think that's when I started going on Instagram. So I saw on Instagram some artists, and then that's when I started to decide that I wanted to draw. So before then I was drawing very little, a few things. I think I drew my character when we were playing a game or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I started with, and then I didn't start really drawing until I saw Instagram. That's when I first joined. I think it was 2016 or something.
Wow. That is a long time ago.
So I saw all the artworks, and then I saw people doing colouring in books and entering these art competitions. So I thought maybe I'll start drawing and see how I go, because I never really drew. So that's when I decided that I saw people using Prismacolor pencils. So that's when I decided to buy my first set. And because I've never tried them before, I only bought a small one. I think it was 36.
Yeah, it was like one of the
It was a tin.
Yeah, it was like I think it was actually like a medium tin. It wasn't a full set. Like,
because the big one is a box. So yeah, I got the tin, and then I tried them out, and I really liked them. I like all the different colours they had.
Right.
But I wanted to get all the colours, so then after I used that for a while, I got the big set, which is 150.
Yeah, and that's the big box, isn't it? Yeah, and that was like almost everything they had.
Yeah, that was every colour.
Oh yeah, and then we would also replace them.
Yeah, every time I would use I always go through all the skin colours and the whites, so then I would replace those.
And we frequently would, like, every time we were down in Melbourne, we would replace your art supplies with stuff from those shops because they have some really good art supply shops down there.
And now it's time for some fun games. Hey guys.
Hey.
So if you didn't realise last time that my background has changed a little, did you notice? So we're playing some more games.
Here we are.
What do we got?
Well, we've got Rattlesnake Jake, Coin Hole, Arcade Alley Pinball, cards. We're going to be playing Speed, Smash-A-Mole, and Ring Toss.
So let's roll, and whoever wins gets the crown. Tim has never won.
Maybe today's the day. I feel like I say that a lot. It's a 1. We're playing Rattlesnake Jake.
It's a scary one.
So yeah, well, it's scary. Surprising.
We're going to be jumping.
A little bit, yeah.
So we're going to play Rattlesnake Jake and see who jumps. Is it working?
Yes. No.
Oh no, I can feel that he's going to do it. Yeah.
Oh!
You want to put him back?
So doesn't that mean all yours?
Not all, half.
Half.
So who's go? So go.
One thing.
I think is it a tie? I got 7.
8.
Oh, what?
I won! Or if you hadn't set him off that one time.
Well, 1 to you.
1 to me.
And now it's time to go back to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed this game. So I started on the Prismacolors, and then when we kept moving room to room every weekend, it was getting too much, so we ended up changing one of the spare bedrooms into a small art room. And I collected free bookshelves, hutches.
Yep.
So we would get free ones of those, and I got really good wood ones, so they're huge.
Yeah, those ones are awesome.
So I finally changed that room into an art room, and I designed it all and put shelves in there, bookshelves.
Yep.
And have all my art books and folders and everything. And on Instagram, I started drawing portraits of people and celebrities, and then people would say they want me to draw them, so I would. And then it grew and grew, and more celebrities saw it and kept replying and commenting and everything.
And you just got bigger. And so as you got bigger on Instagram, your needs as an artist and your tools started to sort of grow as well. You needed more stuff.
Yeah, so then I saw that people used Faber-Castells, but they're a lot more expensive. But with the Prismas, they're cheaper. They have more variety, but they would break all the time. My favourite thing when I got Fabers is that it would never break.
Which is probably why they're so expensive.
Yeah, and like I still have the original ones, and I use them all the time, and they're still pretty big. I love using them. So yeah, I went to Favours, and now I stick with that. But they don't have a beige.
So you still use the Prismacolor for that, don't you?
Yeah. I also like using the Prisma white as well.
Yeah.
So the Prismas blend really well, but I love the Favours so much.
And you've gone more into detail about that in one of your other videos.
Yeah, I have a bunch of videos all about art and drawing and all the different pencils, and there's also sharpeners, everything.
You should check it out if you really need like a full-on, like before you get started, if you want to get started in this kind of thing, you should watch those videos first, because then that's gonna, it's like we have spent the money so you don't have to, and you can just get a good view of what it's like and what to buy.
Yeah, and with the sharpeners, you get to see what you want as a sharpener, and I show you all different things and how it's like, and how sharp it is if it breaks. Some people want really sharp ones, some want a little bit, so you'll be able to see what you want. So we're in the art room, and then we ended up changing my art room to the bigger room.
Because in our house, obviously, and that house at the time, there was 3 rooms, the one that we stayed in, and then 2 spare rooms, and I had one as a studio. Then Michelle had the other one until she decided on the move.
So it was actually the smaller room, but I needed more walls because there was a wardrobe in the other one.
Yeah, and so you lost an entire side of a room to that.
So I actually ended up going to a smaller room, but it had
more space.
Yeah, which I liked.
And then I ended up having my music studio in that room, in the other room that had the wardrobe, because I need less walls.
I then ended up doing markets. So I started building different things and making necklaces and painting shoes and tops. So my art career began and kept growing. So it all started with a book on my knees.
Yep.
With a pencil.
Like, and it's got like all great artists, you basically started with nothing and then built up everything over time. This is something where we didn't buy it all in one go. How many years did it take us to build up all of this stuff? Maybe 3-4 years?
Long time.
Yeah, long time just to build up everything. And even then, like, we hadn't finished.
So I was drawing before 2016 for a tiny bit, just that character, and that was like 2012.
Yeah.
So then I didn't really draw until 2016. So I only drew like 2 things back then.
Exactly.
So it started 2016 is when I started because of Instagram.
Yep.
And then we were at that house for 3 years. So we changed that room and switched rooms.
Yep.
And then we went to markets with all my different art and photography, which you can also buy and see on my eBay and Etsy. And then we moved house. Yeah. Because we wanted a dog.
In 2020, we changed properties, and so the way that the sizing worked is that every single room was definitely bigger.
But it's still the same rooms.
Yeah, still the same kinds of rooms. So, but the big deal was what they called it like a master bedroom. But when you first saw it, what you saw
was a huge, really good art room. And it's for a bedroom to be so far at the end of the house and no bathroom down there. It was like, no.
Yeah, it seemed like not a great idea for someone to like sleep in, but for someone to work in.
Oh, so good. I love it. So that's where I work. Well, now plus the past few years.
Yeah, we started setting up that art room based on the sort of like the old space. All we did was everything sort of expanded out a bit and took up just that little bit more space rather than that cramped, smaller room where you had the 4 walls, so that was good.
Well, no, this room only has
3.
Well, technically 1.5 because there's a window on one and the doors fully open.
Because they're like these, like you'll have seen it in the Artroom tour videos, that like it's these bifold doors. So realistically, in terms of full size walls, you've got
1.5 because there is a door
on the other
side,
half, but
which goes to a
storage space,
which I put all my other art things that I sell. So my merch is in there now. So because I design merch, that's one of the new things.
So all the merch is in there. Your paintings,
my photography,
all of your shoes,
just everything that I sell on eBay and Etsy.
So she now has this like full storage room, whereas everything was sort of stored in the open back in the old place. There was no real storage,
and there wasn't much room.
But now she's got these like full things where everything goes, and
then I still got my shelf where more things are held.
Exactly. And it worked pretty well having those couple of walls, plus the window made it feel nice and open. And
that's where I put the chair, which was in the old house, in the old room.
Yeah, exactly. And
where the dog now sleeps, which used to be my chair.
Without knowing it, you got a dog bed. And important things is the room is a decent size. You can like walk around it. Like it's unlike your old art room where you could pretty much walk in the room and sit at your art desk.
I had 2 desks in the old room.
Yeah.
In this room, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you made a tiny one connecting onto my 4th.
Yeah, just like a little extra platform desk for that little extra bit of storage.
More storage.
But that was the thing, you just need a little bit, so I just threw something together with a few bits of pine and some MDF.
And then we have all these shelves and hutches and just so much storage because I have so much stuff. Because you start with nothing and then you grow and grow and grow. And you buy,
and the thing is this wasn't, like we said before, it wasn't over a long period of time. It was just buying one thing at a time. Sometimes we do like we do like this massive group. We do like, you need a bunch of, for example, I don't know, like rock, when you started doing your ladybugs.
Yeah, we bought rocks.
Bought stuff to paint the rocks with.
But there's a lot of things we get for free as well. So all those hutches were free. Those desks
were free. And this is the thing where like a lot of people, you'd look at the rooms and think we're big.
It's going to be so much money, but no. I get everything for free.
Yeah, and this is the thing.
People sell things for free all the time. It looks so good. It's pretty much new. Just people don't want it, or it's too big.
And it's just about being willing to sort of go and get it. A lot of people will give you something for free if you offer them the convenience of taking it away.
So we spent so long going to all different places just to fill up the room and get cool stuff. Yeah,
we went all over Sydney getting everything you needed. And that doesn't even, that's only the art room.
And we love road trips.
Yeah, so if you haven't guessed from our podcasts.
Road trips and randomness.
Yes, we are big fans of road trips.
I hope you liked the last game because here's some more games. So we just played Red of St. Jake and Team won.
By 1.
So I have to win the next 2 or I lose my crown for the first time.
What a monumentous occasion.
So let's see what we're playing. 6.
Ring toss.
Oh, I hope I win.
You probably will.
I'm nervous now, you might win. Let's play. So it's time to play a ring toss.
You're going first.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a miss.
Oh no!
I just have to get 4.
Oh no! Oh no. Oh yeah, it could be a tie left. Yeah. Oh,
So now it comes down to...
one more game, so it's 1-1. And now it's time to go back to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed this game.
But that's the thing where you had all of this space, but as we started acquiring more stuff and you started working on new projects such as oil painting, your need for space grew.
So yeah, we needed another table for when I do all those paintings. So we put up the foldable table again.
We had the foldable table back up.
And we would put it in the music room because there's heaps of space there in the middle.
Because realistically, I took up one wall, and even then, I was taking up one wall, and it was like I was spread out.
So you had a piano, drum kit, guitars,
and the thing is that I even put my computer is on my piano because I like having it all there as one workstation. So. But I was still taking up a wall, and that wall could have been used for something. So what did we do?
I ended up changing the other half of the room first.
Yeah.
So I had a claw machine and the games cupboard in the corner.
Yep.
And all we had to do was, because there was a big empty space right near the games cupboard on the other side.
So there was just this big gap.
So we put the games cupboard there, and then we moved the claw machine to underneath, connecting to my main art room.
Yeah, because we don't really ever close those doors. So
then we had a whole corner free. So why not turn that into more of an art room?
Why not turn that into your next big art space?
Because my art is growing. I'm now going to do all different types of art.
Which you're going to see in the future.
Yeah, well, this is probably going to be posted after I start. But we're recording it early, so I haven't actually done it yet, and I'm hoping it goes well and I'm good at everything.
Well, we'll see, I guess. Either way, I mean, if not, then this bit will get cut out.
Well, it's probably staying in. But yeah, I'm going to be doing clay and painting and all different types of art. So I wanted to have another space because I've got 2 tables for storage in the other room. And then we had a corner desk for my paint, but that is now moved to the new art room. And then I have my main desk that I draw on. And so I didn't want to paint and do all different clay stuff in that one spot because it's already got so much pencil stuff and there's not much storage space left for there.
It's like you want to kind of divide up your mediums in your spaces.
So we bought a bunch of desks, which is the first time we paid for desks. I just wanted something new and shiny. I've never bought anything for me. I've always gotten it second hand or third or fourth.
Like always free. But this is the first time where we've actually bought like office furniture. We bought this new furniture, nice glossy new. We put it together, except
I designed these custom shelves, but instead of getting someone to make it, Tim made it.
Which, look, if we're being honest, it was a stressful experience. I'm proud of what I built. It's very sturdy, but if you have a look at it, you can see it's this massive corner shelf. And if anyone knows anything about woodworking, you know that that's a really hard thing to design. And
we tried 2 different ways of having 2 separate shelves, but then it wouldn't join in the middle.
And that was the thing, you really wanted the corner. And that was the hardest bit to do.
But we did it.
Yes, we did. It was certainly
I love my design.
I know, it was a very strenuous process. If I could do it again, there are a few things I'd do differently, but otherwise, it's pretty solid. And it can certainly take the weight of whatever we need to put on it.
Yeah, so I'm going to be starting on that desk in a few months and I can't wait to start painting. Now it's time to play today's final game. So we just played ring toss.
And after you had a very intense anxiety attack about losing,
I won.
You won.
But now it's 1-1. So,
last
whoever wins
game.
this.
Determines who gets the crown. One.
Yeah,
We've done Rattlesnake Jake.
Yeah.
Smash them all. You ready for this?
I have to win.
You have to win.
Or I lose my crown for the first time.
That's right.
In like 10 rounds.
It might be my time.
Let's see who wins. Tiebreaker of tiebreakers.
I won. I won. What?
Even half this
I
time.
actually won. Oh.
Come on, we've got more stuff. Harper's trying to leave. You're okay. Oh, I'm getting all ready for it. He's fixing all his hair because he knows something's going to be put on his head.
Yes.
So we have played over 10 different crowns, 30 games plus.
So what did we play?
Yeah.
We played Rattlesnake Jake, which I won by 1 point. Then we played Ring Toss, which you won.
And then it was a tie.
And we played Smash 'em All. And then
What would you want me to say to you?
I say it every time.
Finally won after 30 games. The crown goes to Tim.
Ah.
And this never goes to air.
No, I won. Yay me. Yay me. Oh,
Doesn't want to take that crown off.
I kind of don't, but it's not very. I think my head's a little bit big for it, but still, the point across.
You won 2 games.
I-
Well done.
Just let me have this. I won. Goal 1 was actually win. Now goal 2 is somehow beat your score.
Yeah. No, can you get 2 in a row?
Yeah.
I think I've won like 10 or 11 times in a row now.
So I have to somehow beat 11.
So that's the game.
I won.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
I hope you enjoyed today's games. So I started on my knees with a book and paper, and it wasn't even an art book, it's just a piece of paper, normal paper.
Like just normal printed paper.
And just random pencils. And then I moved to
A dining room table.
with a book underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And just random pencils. And then I moved to really old pencils.
Yep.
And then when we got a house,
Yeah, when we moved out and then started in our new place, then you went to...
a fold out table.
Yep.
After I was drawing on my tiny room, my tiny desk
Yep.
in the corner.
Yep, just that little tiny desk.
And then I got Prismacolor pencils, and then I got a bigger set of them, and then Faber-Castells, which I also started with a small pack.
Yep.
And then I got the big one when I knew
that this is what you were going to do.
Yeah.
And then you like built it. Then we built an art space for you out of used furniture that we didn't pay anything for.
And then we switched rooms to get more space.
Yep.
And then we got a different house.
And then put you in a bigger room.
And I just got to design all that. I love designing and organizing.
Yep.
And then it's growing again.
And now you're spreading out across 2 rooms and 2 spaces.
It's pretty much open.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty much the 4th wall I would have.
Yeah, that is the same. That is what it is, isn't it? It's that 4th wall happens to be a corner.
And so that's what I have so far. Now, what would my dream art room be?
What would that look like to you?
I love the room that I'm in now.
So what would you change?
Well, I love the square instead of a rectangle, and I just maybe make it a bit bigger, but I'm happy with the size it is now. I'd just love to have a bigger cupboard space, because it's just like a tiny one where you put storage. I want to have it like big and cool.
Like something you could like really walk in. Is that sort of what you're thinking?
Yeah, like a walk-in closet for art. Walk-in art studio.
Now that would be cool.
And like have like maybe in the middle have a paint studio, so that way I don't have to keep putting the art desk up and down for the paint. What would your dream art room look like? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye guys.
Bye.
It's a dark night, but you shine so bright. I can see the stars shining through your eyes. Someone else might shine as bright, but they're not you. Just watch them try, 'cause everything happens for a reason, and stars shine in every single season. So reach for the stars.